So while my eldest son Jaden was having his crisis, the reason why he said stop texting me and take care of Jaden, he was trying to throw Jaden in my face because he did make mention in another text. I will put it up here. I don't have it in this phone, it's in my iPhone. He said something to the effect of basically like, you need to worry about your children with autism and not be making any more babies. And I'm like, autism's not fucking hereditary, first of all. And as a matter of fucking fact, New Jersey has the highest number of children with autism in it. And one person said like, maybe it's because everybody travels to Jersey for treatment because we have the best treatment when it comes to these developmental delays, when that's not the case at all. There's some shit here on the East Coast in the food and in the fucking water. There's some shit in the vaccinations that they may have given us as children that we passed on to our children or our parents. And it's just a fucking trickle effect. It's like a ripple effect. Like, is it not interesting to anybody that both my sons have different fathers and they both have autism? And autism is not hereditary. It can't be tested for in utero. It cannot be tested in a newborn baby. That can't even be diagnosed until a child is 3 years old when they can finally take the ADOS test. So even if you notice some delays, they're gonna probably just tell you that your child is on the spectrum or has a developmental delay. They're gonna run every other test under the sun that they can at that time until they can come to a appropriate diagnosis. So yeah, autism is not hereditary, you fucking idiot. I would hope in 44 fucking years you would have known some shit like that, but you don't. Obviously you don't know a lot because you tried this shit and you tried me and you thought I was gonna roll over and play dead. So if you knew anything, I would have hoped you would have known that. But you don't know that. So what would I think that you would know shit about autism? And get this, the ex-girlfriend was talking to me when we were on the phone for that 3-hour conversation, and she brought up autism. And she was like, yeah, like for some weird reason, Asmodeus was like, really like asking questions excessively about autism and would the baby have autism, and she, who's a teacher, is just like, that's not how that even works. Like, do you ever Google, you dumbass? Do you ever Google? You got time to be going in different cell phones, in and out of emails, in my Facebook Messenger, in my fucking DMs, through all my fucking trash, both physical and in my texts, in my fucking phone. But you don't have time to Google to find out about autism? It's not hereditary. How do you know so little when the fucking Google engine is right there? It's right fucking there. You dumb on purpose. So when he was asking her about that, I went on to say, my oldest son and my youngest son, they have autism. And we're even to the point now for Joshua where they don't think he actually has autism anymore. They think he has a developmental delay, but they don't think it's actually fucking autism. Jaden was diagnosed. Joshua was on the spectrum. So keep in mind, Joshua's father is Dominican. He was not born in America. And Jaden's father is Haitian. He was born in America, but he's Haitian. And his mom's first generation. She wasn't born in America. She was born in Haiti. So there's a lot to, there's a lot to work with when you actually sit here and think about it that way. Not to mention, my children were the first children in my entire family to, have autism. But again, it's not fucking hereditary, you dumbass. Yeah, so when he said take care of Jaden, he was just doing that shit. He didn't mean it. He wasn't being sincere. He didn't give a fuck. He was just being a bitch. Because he was like, well, nothing else I said has worked. And she's being so fucking nonchalant. Let me throw her kids in her face real quick. Nigga, I would have thrown all 6 of your kids in your face if I knew that they existed. But we would have never gotten to this point. I would have never met you, so there's that part too. He said, this selfish behavior and narcissistic abuse that you were showing and bullying someone that told you that they do not interested in having a kid until they are married should have respected and understood. And if that was not what you wanted, you should have walked away and not agreed that was your goal and intentions to wife before you carry. Honesty is the best policy. I hope every fucking lie that man tells moving forward, I hope he gets like fucking sciatica down to his little ass balls. And if you were not feeling, you were more than welcome to stop talking to me and not pretend that you were on the same page. Let's unfold that bit, shall we? So first of all, my intentions, I had full intentions of, I would like to be married before I have another kid. I want to be married before I have another kid. That's 100% true. Now being on the outside looking in, looking back at these text messages, I just thought he would have been so much smarter with his approach. Like, I thought he would be a better manipulator. That was the best you had. I know he was running out of material to say to me. I know he was running out of material, and he's just like, nothing's working. Okay, I gotta make her feel bad. I'm gonna talk about her kids. I have to find a way for her to get this abortion that I want so bad that I'm not gonna pay for at all. I ain't paying for shit. But I need to get her to just do what I want her to do, and she's not doing it. I'm gonna be in trouble. Wait till they all find out that I've been fucking everything. I think my son is the third baby that dickhead has had on the ex-girlfriend. He's been with her since her daughter was 8 or 9, and her daughter will be 20 in December. So that's like 10 to 12 years, give or take, a year or so. He has, his youngest daughter is 8 years old. She just turned 8 in August. And then he has 2 other children that are between the ages of 8 and 10. The daughter that I spoke with via DMs on Instagram wasn't completely sure of their actual ages, but it's between the ages of 8 and 10. So you just out here making fucking babies on somebody else. And now, wait, all right, don't ladies, don't get mad, because I know that there's gonna be someone who's gonna say, well, she stayed with him. Like, why would you stay? Okay, I get it. I totally do. I understand. I do. I understand that. And I knew that there was going to be a point in time throughout the series where it was going to become difficult to try and solely blame everything on Asmodeus, because much of their relationship, from my knowledge, was it was accepted, and there was knowledge about who he was and all the shit that he was doing. So I'm not trying I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to place blame on her for being a victim. But at some point in time, a lot of the things that we do sometimes is unfortunate, because nobody deserves to be treated like shit, but these are choices sometimes. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes these are decisions, you know? And it is what it is. That does not mean that little piece of shit deserved to be a little piece of shit. That did not mean that man had to be a fucking skid mark on the inside of a goddamn pair of brand new white drawers. That did not mean that nigga had to be the shit in the dog park that you step in. That didn't mean any of that. It doesn't justify anything. See, being a decent person is knowing that you can hurt someone. You can destroy someone. You can be petty and little and tiny. You can be vindictive, but you choose not to, because you love and care about that person more than your shortcomings. And if not that person, that you love yourself more than the damage that you can do to a person. Because when you love yourself, you're not gonna go sit up here and put yourself in dickhead positions, because you have too much to lose. And your peace does not deserve to be destroyed based on motherfucking impulses.